those of you who are old enough to remember, BMW used to advertise their 3 Series convertible as being
the ultimate tanning machine.
Ultimate. As if they could have ever held a candle to this. But if there is a downside to driving around doorless and topless, it's that the sun is relentless. If you stay out in it long enough, it'll leave you sizzling. So what do you do if you want to strip down and enjoy the open air feel of your Jeep, but would still like a little protection from the sun? You're going to need to get one of these, a Spiderweb Shade. Wow, this stuff is tough. There we go. Okay, oh, look, they even give you a bit. All right, so as you can see, we've got our Spiderweb Shade. We've got what are called spider nubs, where all these little loops attached to, and we've got a strap here to help us to get these installed. Now, the kit calls for you to use your toolkit that comes with your JL Wrangler, but to speed things along, I'm going to use some of the tools that I have in my garage to get this thing installed. So I'm going to grab myself an electric ratchet to speed things along and get a ratchet extension, and I believe we're going to need to use a Torx 40 bit for the windshields. So the instructions say that you should be folding down the windshield in order to install the Spiderweb Shade, but I'm not entirely sure that's necessary. What I will do instead is pull out the windshield wipers and then just remove the 4 bolts that are securing the windshield to the header, and then just partly pull it forward in order to get it installed. So as you can see here, there's a bolt here, and then if you pull out the sun visor, you can see there's another bolt here, and there's 2 more on the driver's side as well. To make this easier, I'm going to go ahead and take the Spiderweb Shade, lay it over the top of the Jeep, and get it set up for the install. Okay, so the pieces that we're looking for are these hooks that need to attach to the header itself. Okay, so you can see there's a hook here, and there's 2 more on that side as well. Now that I've got the windshield undone, I can fold it out just a bit, and we're going to hook the first one right here on the driver's side, right into that corner. Now we can go ahead and secure the windshield back in place. Alright, so now that we've got the Spiderweb Shade attached to the windshield header, we can go ahead and install the spider nubs. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and grab a Torx 25 bit, and we're going to go ahead and start removing all the screws that are securing the plastic trim to the roll bar. The rear is a little bit more complicated because you've got a lot more screws, but you want to remove the one attached, the second one back from the speaker. You're also going to want to grab this one right here next to the 2 loops, and then there's one more back here on the curve of the roll bar. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take our screws that we just removed and pop them into 5 of these spider nubs. Okay, go back to the driver's side of our Jeep. Now we just have to do the exact same thing on the passenger side. Alright, so now we can go ahead and start hooking all the loops of the Spiderweb Shade onto the spider nubs. Fortunately, we've got this handy little loop to make it a little bit easier to do. So slip it through, pull it down, and hook it into place. Okay, and we've got 2 left. And I've only got 1 of these. Hang on a second. Yeah, it says 5 per side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I do actually have 2 more of these. In all fairness, Chris over at Spiderweb Shades did mention that we are going to be getting the 2.0 version of the JL kit. So I'm going to guess that the 2.0 means 2 more nubs. So get this fixed. Looks like it might go on this point right here. Time to go on the other side. This side's going to be a little bit tighter. All right, there you have it. We now have shade again, but without completely cutting out the sun. So I just got off the phone with Spiderweb Shades because I was trying to figure out what the heck is this thing. And I wasn't sure if it was part of the packing or what, but under closer examination I realized that it was like stickers, some kind of a clear tape. So as you can see on top of the roll bar, you've got these plastic nubs that apparently rub on the top of the roll bar and create some kind of marring or some kind of scratches, as well as this top strip that goes along the top. So this clear tape, it's like a clear bra. We're going to apply it here and it's going to help protect it. So I'll fold that over, take some water, clean the surface nice. And then to ensure good adhesion, I'm going to use some rubbing alcohol here. Get a little excited with it. Clean the surface to make sure any oils, grease are removed. So we have 2 corner pieces. I don't know if you could see it in the light or not. They're kind of like squares. Those squares are going to go right about there. So you can use Windex or you can use soapy water or otherwise to help give these decals or these clear pieces of tape a nice clean finish so that you can't even see them. But I'm going to be using this application gel and it's going to basically do the same thing. Smear it around. All right. Can't even tell that it's there. All right, that's it. Now it's complete. Now that's more like it. As you can see, the Spiderweb Shade does a great job of filtering out just enough of the sun to give you some shade, but without blocking your view of the sky, or in this case, the trees above. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, there's absolutely no need to remove the Spiderweb shade to reinstall your factory top. As you can see here, you have all the access you need to get to all the latches and Freedom top panel locks. Here, I'll show you. And there you have it. Just like that, you can get your Freedom top panels back on.